Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you for another Live at 5 Reseller Community Night. Every Friday on the channel at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I go live and I invite everyone is welcome. Resellers come together and we talk about our week in reselling online. We always have the live chat going with so many experienced resellers that sell online on many different platforms. So we love to share as many tips and tricks about reselling as we can. We offer each other encouragement and support and lots of education about reselling. If you're new to me, I'm Quenby, and I am a part-time reseller. I've been reselling on eBay for 10 years, and I've picked up some other platforms as well. I'm currently on Etsy, selling digital products. I'm on Poshmark. I sell to Thredup, and then, of course, I've been on eBay for a while. But there are so many different ways you can resell online. So if you have any questions about any of it, feel free to put it in the chat. If you're in the chat, I see some friends coming in. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Please give me a check-in about your week in reselling. It is December 17th, 2021. So is that like less than a week till Christmas? So how are things going for you? How are sales? What in particular is selling for you at this time of year? Are you going to take a break and put your reselling business on hold, or are you just going to keep churning through the holidays? And I thought I would ask you guys, I've been starting to think about what's on my reseller wish list for the holidays, like my own wish list, because as a self-employed person, I do taxes, and every year I look for some good write-offs right at the end because I know I'll need tax write-offs. So in the years past, last year I bought myself a new camera for my YouTube videos, the Canon M50. That was a big purchase. The year before that, I got a Dymo printer, which was another big purchase. So what are you guys looking for? Are there any things you've just been dying for? They can be little or big, but stuff that would help you support you in your work as a reseller, let me know. And I need some ideas because I don't really have anything that I can think of. I already have lights. I have a steamer. I have all the big things. Lisette is here. New England Betty Boop. Happy Friday, beautiful people. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Remember to spread kindness. And Lisette does that so well. My friend Barbara Babash is here from North Carolina, NC. Good to see you. And Cynthia's here. Hi, everyone, she's saying. Make sure to leave a comment in the chat so I can say hi. And if you're kind of new, you can leave a comment in the comment section of this video if you're watching the replay, or if you're joining us live, be sure to introduce yourself. You can just say, hi, I'm Quenby. I live in Northern California. I've been selling 10 years on eBay, and people will welcome you right in. We have a really great community. Here's James from the Antique Boutique. I'm so glad you made it. And Deb made it. Deborah Anderson, how did tree decorating go with your daughters last week? And Alicia's here from Married Life. I just recorded that video, Alicia. It takes me forever. A thrift haul video where I got that Trip NYC, that brand that you said can sometimes do really well. So I gave you a little shout out in that video. Keely is here. Hi, Keely. Nice and early. Timeless Jewel by Deborah is here. I'm hoping some of you, so last week we did our annual holiday reseller kind of work colleague party. It was so much fun. Did you guys have a good time? And several of the people that are here right now were on. Lisette, Cynthia from Thrift Hauls, James is here, and who else? Barbara Babash has been on in the past, was on last year. So I just wanted to thank, and Deb from Timeless Jewel. If you didn't get a chance to see that one, the holiday live, go back and watch it. It was really fun. And I just want to thank everybody for showing up. And I want to thank you for the people that offered gifts for the giveaway. I sent off my 2 California boho girl bundles. So that was really fun. The giving part felt really good. And a lot of people messaged me on Instagram and just said what a good time they had. So I really appreciate everyone who showed up and everybody who contributed. So I just thought it was really great. And, you know, our reselling community is strong and it is amazing. And yes, there's sometimes drama, and yes, things happen. I just try and stay out of all that and just focus on what an amazing supportive group. If you plug in with the right resellers, I mean, it is such a support and it's really fun. Kim is here from Quarty Plop. Hello from Monument, Colorado, where we still have no snow. I know. I was talking to my sister. Hey, Leslie. I was talking to my sister who lives in New Hampshire. I'm from Massachusetts, so my family's scattered around the Boston area. And I was like, has it snowed yet? And she said, no, they had a little flurries. So that's kind of unusual. I mean, sometimes you guys can get snow like in October. Holly's here from Hunter Ryan. 3 days till the senior discount. Are you having a birthday? Here's Leslie. She was on with us last Friday. Happy Friday, Quemby and friends. It was so great to have Leslie on. She's always just a wealth of positivity and good information. Oh, good. Megan made it. I love this. Tell us about your username, Megan. Eco-friendly saver. Does that speak to a little bit about why you got into reselling, or how do you do that within your reselling business? I'd love to hear more about that. Let's see. Let me just say hi, and then I see some good comments I want to get into. Did I miss? Sarah's here. I'm in NorCal too. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm in Sonoma County, about an hour north of San Francisco. We've had like crazy rain the past few days, like wind and rain. But today the sun was out. It was cold, but the sun was out. Annette Davis is here. Glad to be here with everyone. Merry Christmas. We're glad that you're here. We're always glad to see everybody. And Allie Dell made it. Hey, Allie. Let me go up and see some of these good comments. You guys, before I came on the live, I was wrapping my Christmas presents. I just love doing that. Oh, shoot. Now I got to find this comment. There it is. I love, like, I'm not a great wrapper by any means. I just kind of put it all together and stick a bow on. But I started wrapping all my son's Christmas presents. I watched a really cheesy, like, Lifetime-y type movie, Christmas romance movie, and I was all crying. Like, I gotta fix my makeup. I gotta go on in a little bit. But it was really fun to start that. Oh, Cynthia said, hi, Quemby. I sold 3 things on Thredup. That is awesome. I've been loving it. I've been talking about it more on my channel. It's newer for me in the past few months. In September, I started selling to Thredup. And so now it's cool because a lot of them, I have my first boxes that have gone through the entire process where they sorted it, decided what they were going to accept, listed it on their site. I raised my prices, things sold, stuff that didn't sell, I reclaimed and is coming back to me. So I've seen it through the whole process now, and it's really exciting. I think my totals, I'm up to like $1,700, and that doesn't count things that have sold, but it's not the 30-day window yet. So I'm going to make a good amount on Thredup. If anyone has any questions about that, I'd love to help answer them. So, Holly, what are you talking about with the senior discount? Murrayed Life, Alicia says, sales are good, even though I had to put my Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari stores on vacation. eBay is finally picking up. Yeah. I mean, my sales have been really good, and it's kind of what's expectable. Like, I'm selling a lot of my new tag stuff, which I was hoping for. I'm always trying to have around the holiday season. As a clothing reseller, I don't have stuff that's super desirable for people. I'm not selling toys or like, new tags, hard goods stuff that people might buy as gifts. Although I did shop for my family on eBay, and I got people new tags, jeans, and different stuff. So there are people that are looking for clothes and looking for a deal. So I've sold a lot of new tag clothing. So that's what I was hoping for. And the fitness stuff is already starting to pick up. And of course, that'll start really picking up in January when everybody decides to get healthy. I'm like a total cliche this year. I've been talking to Peter, and I'm like, babe, I think I'm going to wait till January. Then I got to work on my diet a little bit more again. I'm healthy. I'm exercising, but what the heck, James? Hi, Quemby. I'm Quemby from oh, you're so funny, James. God, you crack me up. Anyway, Deborah says, I get a lot of sales right after Christmas. I have a new chart to use for listing items from my money pile, aka the death pile. Yeah, Deb was sharing with us that she buys a lot of Thredup rescue boxes. So do I. And she said she had like 10 of them or 13 of them sitting around, and she was not going to order anymore until she got that stuff listed. So I think that was really smart. Sometimes you have to just hold yourself accountable and find a way to hold yourself accountable. And so I'm glad you are selling some stuff and listing some stuff. Alicia, why did you put your Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari stores on vacation? Are people still doing well with Mercari? I still have not even been over there, but I was hearing really good things about people selling things on Mercari and certain things selling better on Mercari. I can't take on another platform right now personally, but I'm thinking either Mercari or Real might be my next, like when I'm ready to do something else. I still feel like I'm really learning Thredup as a reseller and really liking it. So I'm not ready to do something else just yet, but those will probably be my next two. People have been talking about the Real, so let us know in the chat or the comments if you've sold on there. Are you liking it? Will you continue to do it? Lisette says, I can't believe it's December 17th and no snow yet. That's weird, isn't it? So I hope maybe you guys will get a white Christmas. Is anything in the forecast? Hi, Eva. She's a local girl. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday from Castell's Posh Closet. And Cam XO made it, saying hi to me and everybody in the chat. Oh, and here's my friend. Allie Dell. I just saw the Totally Raw. You guys were my giveaway winners last time. So that was fun. Allie said, I remember I had some crazy high dollar sales on Christmas Eve last year. Well, listen. So I don't know if any of you are guilty of this. I'll come clean. Like, it's kind of bad, but like I'm doing a lot of shopping for everybody else, you know? And so when I'm on there on eBay or Posh or wherever I am shopping online, I'll be like, oh, I've actually needed this myself. So I admit that I'm kind of doing, I've done like some shopping for myself at the same time, like on Amazon for sure. Cause I'm like, oh, I'm making a big order. Let's just get everything in my cart. So I've kind of been shopping for myself. I bought myself a pair of new sneakers on eBay this week. I've been buying kind of a lot for everybody. So it can happen. Like, I think some people might be looking for other people and then they realize there's something they want or need themselves. You think? Jennifer Smith says, hello from Miami. What's it like there right now? What's the Miami scene like? It used to be like such a hot, like clubbing party place, right? Is that still true? What's it like there? What's sourcing like there and thrifting? Holly said 13 Thredup 200-pound boxes this year. Oh my goodness. Along with a bunch of others. But like Jomar now, but I like Jomar now too, but I got to get the monster pile caught up. Totally. So she's saying she bought 13 boxes from Thredup, but they were the 200 pounds. So that's like, you'd have to time 13 by 4 because I get the 25-pound boxes. I don't know how many I've bought. I love Thredup rescue boxes. My two main places right now are Jomar Wholesale and Thredup for getting inventory because it's way cheaper for me than thrifting and I don't have the time to thrift. Did anybody get anything from Jomar Wholesale during their huge sale? I did. They had a sale last week. It was if you spend $1,000, which isn't hard to do on big wholesale boxes, you get 40% off. 40. Now, they do lots of sales. They've done 20% off. I have a discount link, and my discount code is The Grateful Queen, one word. If you ever use it, I thank you so, so much because that's how I earn credit with Jomar. But did anyone else do that? The $1,000? 40% off, you guys. That's nuts. So I have so much coming. But that's okay. I'll just stack them in the garage. And then my process is I do a video for you guys. I do an unboxing. And then I sort it out. Am I selling it? Do I have to redonate it? Is it good for like Plato's Closet? Am I sending it back to Thredup? Does it just need a little work? And then I move along and I do my next boxes. So James says, I wanted the shoe palette, but mysteriously it's always out of stock when a sale happens. I wonder if they don't want to put that one on sale or if other people like you are watching it and it sells out. What's in there, James? What are you so interested in the shoe palette for? And how many shoes are in a shoe palette? Jomar has everything, you guys. pre-owned, new with tags. You can shop by brand. You can shop by style. You can do pallets. You can buy a 10-item bundle. They've just got everything. I'm like totally hooked. But I don't want to do many more shoes. I'm really conflicted about shoes. Where are you guys at with selling shoes online? I love selling shoes on eBay and Poshmark because I make good money on them. But I really lag on cleaning them, polishing them. I don't like storing them. It just like, I don't know. I have a love-hate thing with shoes. But then they'll sell and I'll be like, yes, like such easy sales, But as a reseller, they just sit until I get a big bin, and then I'm like, okay, wash day. Then I wash them all. Then I have to polish. Then I have to photograph. I don't know. How do you guys do it with the shoes? James says, it's 200 pairs in a half pallet. And so far, the 2 people I know who got them, they're in very, very good condition for under $3 a piece. Comes in boxes like 9 for a pallet. I love that they do that. So if the idea of a pallet is intimidating for you because you're thinking a big freight truck is going to come up to your house, and they do it in boxes, so it's much more manageable. But where would you put those? Where would you put 200 pairs of shoes, James? You don't have a warehouse. Leslie says, I ordered a vintage handbag and rehab leather shoebox last week from Jomar. I received the rehab box yesterday. I've never done the vintage. I know you've done really well with those, Leslie. I'm not a vintage seller. If I get something vintage, I'm kind of excited because I'll look it up and I'll try and identify what years the tags are, and I'll try and I learn something new, but I don't go out shopping for it myself because I just don't know enough. And everything makes me feel weird because I was in school in the 90s, in high school, and that's what's really popular right now for vintage. 80s and 90s and everything. And I'm just like, oh, I just can't quite do it. I don't know. Holly said, I got the 24-hour Name Your Bundle sale from Jomar. What was that one? Ava M, Cute Clothing 516 is with us. She's saying hi to Lisette. I'm thanking Lisette. She says, hi, New England Betty Boop. Thank you so much for always welcoming me. I know, Lisette is amazing like that. Totally raw. LOL, I like to have a glass of wine on Christmas Eve and wrap presents. That tends to lead to browsing on Poshmark for myself. So glad it's not just me. I mean, I could feel bad about it, but I kind of don't. Like, there were some things I really needed, and I kind of put it off. Like, I go to Zumba 3 times a week now. I've been doing it for months, and I needed new sneakers, but I didn't know which ones would be good for Zumba. So I had to look through all these articles, the best shoes for Zumba, and I didn't want those dance shoes. I just can't do that. So then I did a whole bunch of comparison shopping. I found them on Amazon. Then I looked on eBay and Posh to see if anyone had them there new. So it's just taken me a while, but I've been buying a lot for myself as well. Castell's Posh Closet says, hi, Quenby. I'm getting ready to visit my parents in Yuba County tomorrow. It will be an early Christmas since I won't see them Christmas Day. I received my first Jomar order a few days ago. Tell us about the Jomar order. Alicia saying, that's a lot, Holly. I hope you make tons of money. Yeah, she somehow manages to deal with a lot of inventory. I would be very overwhelmed, but she just keeps plowing through it. If you follow Holly at Hunter Ryan on Instagram, you can kind of see what she's up to. Barbara Babash. Oh, this is the question I was asking. Will you guys answer it? I'm going to buy a gem analyzer for my big purchase this year. Lets me know what type of gem it is. Yeah, Barbara sells a lot of jewelry, and she's done really well with it, and she's learning a lot. She's getting very knowledgeable. So if you have questions or if you're interested in buying jewelry, check out her. Is it on eBay and Posh or just Posh, Barbara? How much is a gem analyzer? Because that's the thing. If you move into selling jewelry, which I think jewelry is a great business because it's so small and light, easy to store, easy to ship. But you do have to figure out, is it real silver or gold, or what gem, and is it a real gem? So there is a learning curve, and you might need some supplies. Oh, Allie Dell said I got my booster today, so I went thrifting even though I went yesterday. That's right. Was it sort of like, if I get this booster and it's kind of hard, I'm going to treat myself and go to the thrift store? I've got to get to the thrift store tomorrow because I have a lot of my main presents for people, but I need the little fun filler stuff. Megan at Eco-Friendly Saver. Haha, funny short story. I tried blogging for 3 years about saving money by living more naturally and spent almost $2,000 trying to launch it. I can't figure out how to change my username. Oh, so that's not your current username? Can't you just, well, if you need help, I Google everything, but you can probably just click on your little face there and go in and make a change. That's a cool thing though, blogging. Save money by living naturally. That's awesome. Alicia said, I went to Orlando for a vacation, so that's why I put it on the vacation. I say try Mercari, Quemby. Not a ton of sales, but they're usually full price. That's how I feel about Poshmark. Interestingly enough, like there are times, I'll be honest with you, when I think about ditching Poshmark, just because I make so many more sales on eBay that it's like, oh, now I'm going to cross post now. And I'm like, why am I even doing that? But what I do notice is that I get more higher dollar sales on Poshmark. There are certain things that just sell like crazy on Poshmark for me, like all my free people stuff. So it adds up, you know? But so when I combine the two, eBay and Posh, I'm in a really good place, but I definitely don't sell as much quantity on Posh. But I'm always thankful. I'm like, oh, a $50 sale. That's great, you know? Barbara says Poshmark only. She's just on Poshmark. And analyzers are $350 to $500. Wowzer. So like then you could tell if it's real diamonds or something. So that's when it would probably be worth having. Oh my gosh, it's Charlene who just popped in. That's cool, Barbara. I'd like to hear about that. Isla Dreams Reseller. Hi, Charlene. Hi, everyone. The last 3 months, Posh has taken off for me. So far, $1,547 net this month. That's amazing. What are you doing differently? Like, why has in the last 3 months Posh has taken off? You must be doing something different. Is it just listing more, or is it listing different stuff, or what? Why is it so much better for you right now? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. The chat has flipped on by. Alicia said, I'm only selling shoes worth $50 plus because I hate cleaning them. I just lowered the price on most of my shoes so I can get out of the game. Yeah, you know, I feel like there's like a divide in the reselling world. There's people that love shoes and like they only want to do shoes. Like, and I get it. I really get it. And then there are people who are like us who are like, cleaning. I don't mind photographing, but then storing them, I don't know. It's not my favorite. I notice I put it off and I don't feel like doing it. So I think it's good to just know where you are on that line, like love shoes, hate shoes. Because some people, they just love shoes. Annette says, I found a new at Tags All Saints men linen blazer. And I'm wondering if I should sell it myself or try to send it to the Real. What do you guys think? What I would do, like this is what I do with Thredup. I look and I see what it's selling for and what my payout might be. And then I decide, like sometimes, I don't know, like the Real might really price up their All Saints or they might not. So I look on Thredup and I'm like, oh, what do they have them listed for? What do I think I could get? Would I make more myself? Well, the answer for Thredup is I would always make more myself. Like there's only a few brands where I make the same selling it myself as I do on Thredup. But I'm sending Thredup most of the stuff I don't want to deal with that aren't going to bring me a lot of money anyway. Your basic mall brands, stuff tiny sizes. So that's what I would do. But do you guys know anything about the Real? Ava, I got my first debit card today as an early Christmas gift, hoping to do more Poshmark shopping now. That's awesome. Oh, James said, well, that too. Instead, I got 4 of the leather rehab boxes since Leslie said she had such good luck with them, and Leslie says vintage does well for me on Etsy, eBay, The Real, and Tradesy. Yeah, you've really moved into the vintage. You seem to enjoy it too. So that's one of the smart things. It's like, do you actually like it? Because there's different reasons I do things, and I just have to be okay with them. Like some things I don't really like doing, but I make money on it, and it's a business, and I need to make money, so I need to do what works. And then there's stuff you just love doing. It's like, oh, I love vintage, or oh, I love, like I love my boho romantic stuff. So I look forward to listing it. I just enjoy it. So I'm going to do it, even if I could do something a little more profitable. Michelle CD. Hi, everyone. I'm super multitasking, so I'll be in and out, but listening with my Sony wireless speaker. Oh, cool. James says, the Real doesn't take All Saints anymore. I had an All Saints bag that my rep got special approval for them to take, and then they listed it low. Really? See? You just don't know. I have not sold on the Real. I'm interested, and I'll tell you, actually, I have about a dozen designer pieces. Like one of them I did in my video thrift haul recently, and I found several pairs of designer pants, like those Iskander pants with the $750 price tag. I have a few things like that I haven't listed because I'm sort of like, well, I'm not going to do the Real right now because I'm really focused on Thredup. But I might, maybe it'll be something I do in the new year. So I'm sort of holding those pieces until I have time to do more research. So Megan says, I'm loving shoes coming from Hard Goods. My 8-year-old and 5-year-old love to help clean them. I don't touch clothing. It bores me. I might start them consigning on the Flip app soon. See, it takes all kinds. Like she doesn't want to deal with clothes and I don't want to deal with shows. So there you go. Let me see what's happening down here. Cynthia Thrift Hauls, she was so great, wasn't she, on the live last Friday? And she confessed like she's a little shy, so I think it might have been out of her comfort zone a bit, and she still showed up for all of us in the community. So I just really appreciated that. I thought it was so brave, and I thought she did a great job. But she says, I had to something real quick, but I'm back. Oh, she had to do something. I had a blast at your holiday special. Thanks again for including me. I had so much fun. I was laying in bed that night and I'm like, babe, I feel like I've been at like the best party all night. And it was online. I'm like, it's so satisfying. I had the best time. What the heck? The chat just went over there. The thrifting channel's here saying, hi, everyone. Good to see you. Allie said, my husband cleans all my shoes, so maybe that's why I don't mind selling shoes. Yeah, maybe. The truth is, and I've said this a million times, I'm sorry if I'm a broken record, but it's like, when I'm actually cleaning them, I'm fine. I put on a podcast. Last time I listened to have you guys ever listened to Oprah Winfrey interview Michelle Obama? It was so good. So I listened to, and so I kind of get a little obsessive where I'm like, oh, that Michelle Obama talk was so good. Now I'll listen to every interview she's ever done, and I'll just spend like days really absorbed in somebody's work. So I'll have my shoes out and I'll put my podcast on and I get into a groove and I'm fine. And I'm always like, why do you put this off, Quenby? It's not even that bad. But I procrastinate with the shoes because I have a story that I don't like doing it, or it's extra work. So Deborah says, Timeless Jewel by Deborah, Quenby, it is a great investment, the gem tester. The difference between selling a cubic zirconia and a real diamond will pay for the tester. Wow. Yeah, I've never been in that situation where I've had something and I'm like, is this a diamond or is it something else? Because I just haven't ever got that kind of jewelry. When I bought jewelry to resell, I have bought it on the ShopGoodwill.com website where they sell lots. Have you guys been over there? I haven't been on there in a while because I'm just doing so many Jomar boxes and stuff, but they sell lots of jewelry, of clothes, of shoes, of men's, like whatever, big lots. And I think they're usually a pretty good deal. They go for hundreds of dollars, but you might get like 35 J. Jill blazers or something. It's pretty awesome. But I bought my jewelry lots there, and I always just go for the boho jewelry so that if I don't sell it, I can keep it. Allie said, I also sell a lot of shoes, which is delightful. See what else is happening. Gino is here. Hello, Quemby. How are you tonight? I'm pretty good. I never know till I get on here. I went to Zumba today. I listed 5 items on eBay and Poshmark, and I wrapped some presents and watched a corny Christmas love romantic special and was all tearing up. I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. I'm starting to lose a little motivation for work because Torvald is now officially on Christmas break for 2 weeks. So I kind of just want to do some fun stuff with him, but I don't know. I'm not going to put my stores on vacation or anything. Are you guys? Barbara says, I'm finally under 325 shoes, of course. I have some to list. He. Really? 320? Are you saying you have 325 pairs of shoes listed, Barbara? That's crazy. I'm just checking. My mom got a new phone, and she can't figure out how to get on YouTube to the live, and she's always here. So I asked PD to message her and help her. She could be here, and it takes her the entire video on her little phone to leave a comment, but she shows up. Jennifer made it. Woo, I made it. I had to finish supper around here. I'm so glad. Great to see you. If you just popped in, be sure to leave a comment so that I can say hi to you. Leslie says, I agree, Quemby. I don't always like reselling, but I like many of the things reselling provides for me. I like changing things up by selling vintage and handmade items. I also like making videos. Yeah, that's one of the things, like the reason why this works. So many of you here probably know, but I'm a psychotherapist. That's my life calling and purpose. And I call it my full-time job, but I don't know what the exact hour split up is, but I've always just loved the reselling. I've always been passionate about it and loved it. I did it through college and graduate school. And I like that it offers so much diversity. Like there's so many things you can do under the umbrella of reselling. So I feel like it's endless. There's endless potential. You can always learn something new. You can decide to learn the jewelry market. You can decide you're going to learn men's. You can decide you want to sell hard goods. You can sell on different platforms. There's so many ways to make money. And if you're not loving it, I mean, no one's going to love it every second all the time. It's work. But if you're not loving what you're doing, think about what you'd like to do. Is there something that you sell that you can sell that you're really interested in? Like, are you super outdoorsy and you love hiking and camping? Well, you probably know more about that stuff than I do. Maybe you should focus on that because you like that. If you love vintage and it's interesting and you like dating things and saving things, sell that. But like, is there anywhere you'd like to grow within your business? Something that you've maybe thought about doing? Because you don't want to feel disengaged and bored. I mean, reselling offers so much opportunity. Or if you feel stuck, it's like, just change it up. Try something new. If it feels like you're doing the same thing over and over and you're like, oh, ho hum, learn a new platform, get on YouTube. There's so much you can do. Like, I love that the variety of my days. Like, some days I'm filming and editing. Some days I'm listing. Some days I'm sourcing. You know, some days I'm looking stuff up. It's not ever the same. And if I have days where I just don't feel great, I can sit in my bed with my computer and build listings and I'm working. Or if I feel awesome, I'm like, I'm going to do all the photos today because I feel like moving around. Like, it's so, I just so appreciate that about it. Living for Nap. Stephanie is here. Hey, people. Happy Friday. Megan says she's not doing vacation mode either. And the thrifting channel is saying, great advice. Holly says, I am vintage, so I love it. At what age are we vintage? I think I'm vintage too, because everything I ever wore, I mean, is now vintage. All these high-waisted mom jeans and white big clunky sneakers. And it's so funny for me because I'll be walking out and I'll see these young girls, these beautiful young girls. They're probably like 16 and they are wearing my high school outfit. It's just like so funny. Hot Posh Fashions is here saying that's a lot of shoes. I don't know how many I have listed. I could look it up. I did a big cleaning, so I have a bunch of stuff that I need to photograph. You know what my best video here on YouTube is? My most successful video, if you're just thinking of like numbers, how to clean your handbag. Because I was buying a lot of handbags on Thredup, and I bought a lot of handbags from ShopGoodwill.com a couple of years ago, and I made videos about how I clean them, how I turn them inside out, how I do it from start to finish, how I stuff them so they dry in shape. And that video has like 10 or 12,000 views on it or something. How-tos, I think, do well on YouTube. Oh, yes. Barbara Babash said she has 325 pairs of shoes listed. So go check out her Posh closet if you need shoes. And Holly said, yeah, she had 500 pairs before. And Cam XO says, wow. I have 1,000 items listed on eBay, but I don't know what the breakdown is. Yeah, Lisette says, no vacation mode for me. You know, so you'll still be like, you could be potentially on Christmas Eve on Friday going to the post office. I don't care. I feel like I've been at the post office every day, like twice a day recently. Timeless Jewel by Deborah says, I love being able to work in the middle of the night if I can't sleep. I love sorting jewelry while I'm playing my music and list. It makes the work tolerable. See, I love that. I love hearing that because, you know, one of my greatest values as a person, and everyone's different, but for me, the value of freedom. Hi, Meredith. The value of freedom has been hugely important to me in my life. And freedom, I mean, like being self-employed, being able to make my own schedule, being able to be my own boss. And not everybody is cut out for that, or they don't love it. They need more reliability of a paycheck every week or two. But the freedom, like Deb's saying, I don't ever do anything. I'm like I go to bed so early. Like I'm in bed at like 8 reading, and I like to have the lights out by 10. So I'm never up at night, but I work on the weekends if I want. If Torvald's not here, I'll work at night. I don't care. I just want to work when I want to work, and I'll work hard. I have a good work ethic, but I like being able to make my own decisions. And like if something's coming up, like I'm going to get my booster shot. Okay, I'm going on a Wednesday afternoon. I don't have to ask anyone, hey, and then if I don't feel good the next day, I just work around it. That's really important to me personally. It's not for everybody, but for me, the freedom to decide what I want to do with my days and when I take vacations, like that's hugely important. So I'm willing to sacrifice some other things like really good benefits that from an employer or something, but I just need that personally. Mickle Pickle Pie is here. What is your little Mickle Pickle wanting for Christmas? Torvald is all about this gaming now. He plays Minecraft. He doesn't even know about the other games, so don't tell him about all those first-person shooter games and stuff. He doesn't even know that they exist, so we'll just keep it quiet now while we can. But he wanted like this light up platform for his computer to sit on and some cool headphones with a mic. And so I got him all these kind of gaming themed things and chicken things, of course. So Lisette says, I love my USPS, so I never mind popping in and saying hi when I'm dropping off. You know what I realized? I want to get a little something for the people at the post office. Now I have the big post office downtown. I don't have any connection with any of those people. They're always kind of rude, and they seem put out that they have to take my mail. And I'm like, isn't that what you do here at the post office? Like when I bring my mail here and I need to put it on the counter, like, isn't that what I'm supposed to do here? Like, I just don't get it. But there's another little one by my house, and that they're busy, but they're always like helpful and pleasant. And I thought that's who I really should be giving more gifts to, people that, you know, make my life easier or are of service to me in some way. I obviously did Torvald's like keto teacher and his school teacher and the childcare staff at his school, but I realized I need to do the post office and a couple others. So I got to get that going on. Lisette says, does Torvald have a light up keyboard? He doesn't because he has a laptop, but he has a light up mouse. He wanted that. I don't know what I got that for. When he went back to school, he wanted to be cool with the light up mouse. He really loves that. But he doesn't have an extra keyboard. Everything's wireless now. So, but he loves that stuff. Leslie says, I'm with Quimby. I work when I want. I take 1 or 2 days off during the week. I work at night on the weekends, or if I don't want. I make it fun and I don't stress myself. Way more productive for me. Yeah, I think that's really smart. Hi, Lourdes. Lourdes is with us. Hola, happy Friday, everyone. I bought a light box finally. We'll use it tonight for the first time. That's awesome. Maybe I should get a light box. I was saying earlier, some of you might have missed it, but this is the time of year, the very end of December, when I usually try and make some purchases for my business for tax write-off. And I don't know what, I have lights, I have a steamer, I have a Dymo, I have a scale. What else do I need? I have a camera, but maybe a light box. If you don't know, a light box is like a box. Instead of just having your umbrella lights or your ring light, it's like a box. So it's great for small objects. You just put it in there and then it looks all white. That's awesome. Let me know how it goes. Deborah says, I'm doing all of my baking this weekend. Cranberry bread and Christmas cookies. Love taking time off when I want. I would like some bread and cookies. Just what I need. And Holly says, I've been homebound and was bedridden for 2 years before Irma hit. I thought it was like a mnemonic. Anyway, living in pain is really difficult, and I honestly was at high risk of suicide reselling, and the community is my therapy. I'm glad to hear that feels supportive to you. And I talk about this a lot, you guys. You know, there's a lot of people in our community going through a lot of different things, and reselling's been really flexible for them. So I'm really grateful for that. Lisette is reminding us to hit subscribe and the thumbs up. That would be really fantastic. I would appreciate it. I don't know why on my screen, does anyone know why the comments are coming up in black and white? Maybe it's some setting I have, because I see her cute little thumbs and everything and hearts, but on my screen, they're just black and white. Baking, that sounds good. I think I'll do that with Torvald this weekend. Alicia said, I agree, Quimby. I've been self-employed for years now, and I can't imagine going back to having someone tell me my schedule. Yeah, and you're young too. Like, I didn't become self-employed until I was 30-something. I mean, I've never had, like, if you call a real job, like a 9 to 5 in the office type thing. I've always had something flexible or where I have a ton of autonomy. But it's great that you know that now. Hey, Valerie. I love the flexibility that full-time job offers, plus the extra income comes in handy as a homeowner. Who knew tree maintenance and cutting down was so expensive? Oh, yeah. And I have another source of income, so that's really helpful. Like, I like, and we've talked about this a lot on the channel. I know Leslie, the Reseller's Passion, could chime in. Just having multiple streams of income. I appreciate that. Like, if my therapy, if it gets quiet or something, I can just turn to reselling. I think the two really complement each other. I personally, it would be a little challenging to go as a reseller full-time. I think I'd have to work much harder than I do now to make the income that I want. So, and some people do both, and that's awesome. They have a regular job, and then they have a reselling or some other entrepreneurial side hustle, and that's totally fine. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong. It's just doing what works best for you and your family and meets your needs. Oh my God, I love this. Mickle Pickle, Meredith, her daughter Mickle Pickle wants a pink flashlight. Oh, that's so cute. I remember when Torvald's list was so simple. It was like he wanted duct tape one year. What do you want for Christmas? Tape. Duct tape, colored tape. And I was like, okay. So we got him all this different kind of tape, but when they're little, it's so kind of cute like that. Now he's getting into the headphones and the gaming desk and all that. Lisette says, I love working in the middle of the night when everyone's asleep and I'm uninterrupted. I am just not a night person like that, but I think that's amazing. Then maybe it gives you time to go to the gym and do the things you want to do during the day. So that's amazing. Sometimes I'll work into the evening a little bit, but I don't do anything late. Even when I was young, I've always been like a early to bed, early to rise kind of person. I can't be up in the night. Hot Posh Fashion says, now I want to see how many shoes I have. LOL. I know. Charlene says, same as Leslie says, Reselling bought me a new washer and stove last year. Paid bills, plus I saved a good amount. I want to resell forever. I think that's amazing. It really is. It's like no matter what age you are, no matter what, I want to say kind of condition you're in. But like there are many of us who have chronic pain conditions or disability or have taken care of a kid or an elder or something. It's like, it's a really flexible gig that I think a lot of us appreciate. I'm retired, like trying to retire and you want a little extra money. It's great. Valerie says she has 215 pairs of shoes. Now I'm curious. If I go to my eBay store and I sort shoes, but not everything's listed as shoes. Heels, sandals. Anyway, I'm curious. I don't think I have that many. Catherine says, that's how I found you, the handbag cleaning video. Is it really, Catherine? That's great. Who knew? That's awesome. Lisette says, I love people watching for trends, especially tweens and teens. That is really smart. And Alicia says, selling what you love is important. I think it's true. Yeah, I think it is really smart to like look at people out and be like, oh, I keep seeing the same boots or I keep seeing the same thing, because then when you go sourcing, you can be like, oh, this is really trending right now. It'll probably sell fast, Ollie says, I'm taking care of an elderly person. Me. I know. I'm taking care of a crazy person. Me. James says, Reselling has bought my cars for 20 years. LOL. Valerie says, I am a 5 person. I'm no good post 9 p.m. I know. I've always been like that. It's like everything just kind of shuts down in me. I'm like, and Lisette says, lately I'm up at night doing reselling work. Then I'll go to the gym at 5 a.m., take my son to school, and come home and crash for a few hours. Wow. So you don't need that much sleep. Or you can get a little bit of sleep and then take a nap. See, whatever works for you. If I don't get like 8 hours of sleep, my brain does not work. I'm like in a fog. Babe? Oh, Babe just came home. I was just about to say that he can do that too. Like he can, he was up working the other night till like 3 a.m. I'm like, and then he got up at 7 and went to the office all day. I'm not that hardy. Hot Posh Fashion says, I work full-time as an occupational therapist for the man and part-time as a reseller. Also have 2 kids, 14 and 3, and a man child. Yeah, that could be a whole show. Occupational therapist, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Yep. Just put it all together. A lot of people started out part-time and then they went full-time, or they, like when I have a long story about that, but when I was going to go into private practice, when I was going to leave hospice, just because my son was going into kindergarten and I knew I wanted even more flexibility, I did both. So I really built up my eBay business. So I knew I could make at least a couple $1,000s a month as I left hospice and started my private practice. So it was that great bridge for me. And I think a lot of people have used it that way. Do not quit your job until you know your reselling business. And reselling, I'm using as a general term because it includes a lot of different things. But make sure your reselling business can support you. And I think people that do it for a full-time income are working hard and probably have employees or virtual assistants, or, to make like a full-time income. It's a hard work. I'm like, I list 5 things a day. I try and do 5 things a day every day. And I probably make it like 5, 6 days or 7 days a week, but often it's 5 days a week. James says, when I can't sleep, I get up, have coffee, and wish I had the energy to list. The thing about it, you guys, as you know, it's kind of a setup, because with reselling, the more you list, the more money you're going to make. I think that is like the golden rule. There's all sorts of other variables. Yeah, I get it. But the basic rule is The more you list, the more you're going to make. So if you're like really trying to make money doing this, it's like, yeah, if you're probably motivated to get up and be like, oh, I can get a few listings in. Like, it makes you want to work more, work a lot, because you know you can see the money come in when you're listing more often, more regularly. So when I was trying to grow things and ramp it up, it was like, yeah, I wanted to list all the time. I was trying to get listings in. Torvald would take a nap, get a few listings in. They'd go out to the store for a little bit, get a few listings in. Mickle Pickle says, yes, I was up by the University of Washington last week and scoping out what the students were wearing. What did you notice? So like, what are the 20-year-olds noticing? She also says, I'm useless on less than 6 hours sleep. Me too. Sarah Osgood says, I have 3 kids and it's pretty much impossible for me to work with how often they get sent home. I don't work past 3 p.m. and it works great for me. I love reselling. My husband wants me to quit though. Why would he want you to quit? It sounds like it's kind of perfect. Like you're still doing the family thing and prioritizing the kids. It sounds like you're not working past 3. So why does he want you to quit? Maybe that's too bit much of a, if you feel like sharing, if not, don't. Lisette said, I'm good with 6 hours sleep. Then like once a month, I'll sleep for 11 hours straight. Yeah, you like catch up. And you go to the gym all the time and the gym gives you energy. Like when you're exercising, all those endorphins are released. You get like a natural energy boost. So Mickle says, I'm using my reselling funds to buy Balmy next car. I'm going to get a Subaru Ascent and I need a realistic monthly payment. Oh yeah. I only buy my cars outright, which is why I always have an older car, because I just don't want any loans. When I was young, I had loans. I had school loans that followed me for a long time. Once I paid everything off, I'm like, no more loans. Like if I can't buy it outright, I'm not buying it. And now I kind of feel that way about a house, which is why at some point I'll have to relocate out of Sonoma County, California, where it's just so expensive, and somewhere where I can afford to buy it outright, because I just personally, like, I don't like any kind. I know there's good debt. I totally get the economics of that. You do whatever works for you. What works for me, I don't like having any debt. Like, I don't even like using a credit card. Like, if I can't buy it, I'm not buying it. There'll probably be some exceptions to that at some time. You know what I mean? But that's like my general rule of thumb. Hot Posh Fashion says, I enjoy reselling and I make profit, but I have so much invested. I think I'm still upside down, but I don't know for sure. Oh, so you need to sell more of the stuff to make the money back for what you invested buying inventory. Let's see. Oh, this is what the young people are wearing. Mom jeans and Doc Martens. Yeah. I remember when I was in high school just wanting a pair of Doc Martens. I had to go into Boston with my older sister and get a pair. I felt so cool. That was like awesome. And now everyone's wearing it again. All right, my little friends, I'm going to wrap up because Petey got home. We've been going almost an hour. Next Friday, I won't see you because it's Christmas Eve. So I wish you a very happy Christmas. Hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to you over on Instagram before then, though, so we can wish each other a happy holidays. I appreciate all of you for being here, spending a little Friday with me, and I'll see you soon, hopefully on one of my next videos. Bye, friends.